We've got a lot to go over in today's video, including an upcoming PlayStation 4 title of next month having 50 hours of content. One of the more popular PlayStation VR titles in Firewall 0 Hour gets a brand new map and more. We'll look at that update, and we've been talking a lot about the Dreams beta, when that's coming. Well, Media Molecule says that they have something to drop tomorrow. Also, it looks like a bunch of data is being revealed about how many players on the PlayStation 4 have played specific games, and what you're gonna find are some very interesting numbers. So I do want to take a quick look at that. A major PlayStation 4 RPG is still scheduled for a release sometime in 2019, and I want to round out the video by taking a look at a great deal for God of War. However, it's for the collector's edition of the game, and it's seeing a significant discount over at Best Buy. More on that at the end of this video. First, January looks to be a big month for PlayStation 4 gamers. We've got the Resident Evil 2 remake, we've got Kingdom Hearts 3, but one game that's going a little bit under the radar, and I should say flying under the radar in this case, because that is Ace Combat 7. I know, horrible pun. However, maybe you should be a little bit more excited about the game because we're getting some pretty interesting information about it. During an interview with WCCF Tech, and specifically they talked about the content in the game, saying this, quote, "Adjusting the shaft of game level design and length of gameplay time are dedicated based on the cycle of how you fail and retry missions. But if an Ace pilot plays without any mistakes, playtime is more than 10 hours. If a player explores deeply and aims to complete all aircrafts, it is assumed to be around 50 hours. 50 hours of content is pretty sizable for a game like this. I definitely would not expect that, but that does seem like if you want 100% completion. If you just want to play through the game standalone, you're looking at 10 hours if you're very, very good at the game. Do note that the premiere version of Ace Combat 7 will be available on the PlayStation 4, as it does have an added PlayStation VR layer to it. It's completely separate from the main game, but it's free additional content if you do pick up the game on the PlayStation 4. Of course, you will need the PlayStation VR headset, but still, that is definitely quite nice. Also, if you were wondering about more remasters of existing Ace Combat titles, here's what was said. Quote, "There are a lot of things to consider when it comes to remastering, from an in-game perspective to a business perspective. In order to satisfy what the players want from the remastered versions, there are a lot of aspects to improve in order to fit the newer platforms." Right now, it looks like they don't have a ton of plans to remaster older Ace Combat titles, but if Ace Combat 7 does well commercially, I do foresee that happening. However, again, in January, it is looking to have a lot of competition. It's dropping on January 18th. A week after that, on January 25th, we have the Resident Evil 2 remake, and then 4 days after that, on January 29th, we have the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. So a lot of competition in January. From a gamer standpoint, if you're picking up all of the games, a lot of interesting titles next month. Moving on from that, I've said that Firewall 0 Hour is one of the best games available on PlayStation VR, and now we're getting some more content for the game. Specifically, Firewall 0 Hour DLC 3 launches tomorrow. We got a brand new trailer for it, and it's going to feature a new free map to play, and it's also going to have new skins, trinkets, patches, and more at the PlayStation Store for purchase. So the new map is going to be absolutely free, and with the addition of Containment, that's the new map, Firewall 0 Hour's total map count is up to 10. Containment specifically is set in an infectious disease lab tucked away in the remote hills of Greenland. It's a massive facility that researches viruses and stores deadly bacteria code. Be on the lookout for a number of unique areas within the lab where epic showdowns can take place. The variety of engagement distances put your custom loadouts to the test. As a defender, the variety of engagement distances put your custom loadouts to the test. Again, I've said that Firewall 0 Hour is one of the best games on PlayStation VR. Most will compare it to, say, Rainbow Six Siege, but obviously it's a VR title, so you're gonna get a little bit different of an experience, but it really translates that first-person tactical shooting experience to VR very well, and it is 4v4, so that's something to note. If you're looking to pick up PSVR with the deals that are running right now, I would suggest Firewall 0 Hour being one of the first games you check out. Moving on from that, 2019 looks to be a stacked year for the PlayStation 4 in terms of exclusives, and one game that a lot of gamers are excited for is Media Molecule's latest title in Dreams. Now, Dreams looks to be a very ambitious game that is going to allow you to create your own games inside of a game. Talk about gameception, but I feel like it's a game that not every gamer is sold on quite yet. We want to see what we can do for ourselves, and specifically, there was supposed to be a beta launching before the end of 2018 that was going to give us a taste of Dreams, and I think that would have been very helpful in selling a lot of people on the game. Of course, it is now December 17th as of recording this video, and we still have no Dreams beta to play, but Media Molecule is promising an update. They said this on Twitter, quote, "See you tomorrow, hashtag Dreams PS4, totally normal Dream stream, December 18th, 5 p.m. GMT. What I'm expecting out of this stream is either they're going to say the beta is live right now, and what's interesting is they are holding this stream on a Tuesday. Tuesday is when the PlayStation Store updates, so I could see the beta going live then. Alternatively, at the very least, I do expect a Dreams beta announcement, a formal date for that, and don't forget, they are saying that plans for the beta have not not change. It's still gonna happen before 2018. That was said in a recent tweet, so let's see if that comes to fruition. Again, it's December 17th right now. We've got 14 days left in the year. Can Media Molecule make it happen? I hope so, because again, this is a game I think there's a lot of interest for, but there are some people that aren't completely yet sold, and I do think a beta would really help in pushing people over the edge and getting really excited for this title. For me, it's Media Molecule. I played Little Big Planet and I enjoyed the hell out of that, and creativity was a big part of that game, and they're really raising the bar with Dream, so I'm expecting good things. But I think for the large majority of PlayStation 4 gamers, especially those that aren't familiar with Little Big Planet, we need a beta just to see what this game is truly capable of. Moving on from that, thanks to everything that's been going on with my PlayStation life, a lot of interesting numbers have been revealed about a variety of different PlayStation 4 games, specifically suggesting how many people have played specific PS4 titles. GameStat.com has a very interesting listing of around 60 games, but a lot of other numbers have been released that are interesting, like Fallout 76 not having a lot of players. But there are some pretty interesting numbers. Persona 5 having 1.7 million players worldwide. I think that's pretty good for a game like Persona 5, and that is worldwide without Asia. Hitman having 8.8 million players, but that includes the free first episode, so I think that's a lot of people checking out the first episode for free as well. Fortnite having an incredible 16.2 million players, and that is just in Europe and Australia. We don't even have worldwide numbers for that. FIFA 19 having a staggering 12.5 million players worldwide. Unlike Fortnite, that is of course not a free-to-play title, so those are pretty incredible numbers for FIFA. Fallout 76, like I mentioned, it looks like worldwide numbers are only at 407,000. That seems really low to me, and that is the one number that leads me to believe, are these numbers incredibly accurate? Maybe they are. Maybe Fallout 76 is just absolutely bombing from a commercial standpoint. I know the game's not doing that well, but 400,000 copies seems really low to me. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is at a really high 4.06 million players played. Now, do bear in mind that game was a PlayStation Plus title, so those numbers are probably inflated a little bit, but still very successful on that end. Black Ops 4 is at a very high 9.2 million players worldwide. Call of Duty World War II is at an insane 24.6 million players worldwide. That's all time. And there are a lot of other interesting numbers. We'll leave a link to GameStat.com where you can check out some of the numbers for yourself. Just interesting to take a look at it. Moving on from that, Pillars of Eternity 2 was one of the better received RPGs of 2018, but of course at this point it's only been released on PC. It still looks to be coming to PlayStation 4 sometime in 2019. Obsidian announced that the game would be coming in 2019 in a blog post about the release date, and again, it was set to be coming in 2019. Obsidian obviously has a lot of attention around them right now because they are creating the Outer Worlds, and that game is shaping up incredibly, but of course they did do Pillars of Eternity, and I was very high on that game. I said very positive things towards that, and while the general consensus seems to be that Pillars of Eternity 2 isn't quite as good as the first title, the fact that it does include full voice acting, I think will make the game a lot more endearing to console gamers. However, just with the general presentation of Pillars of Eternity, I do still see some players being repelled away from that people will suddenly think these games aren't that good, but Pillars of Eternity is awesome, and I'm excited for PoE 2 coming to the PlayStation 4 sometime in 2019. And lastly, God of War was one of the best, if not the best, PlayStation 4 exclusive of 2018, and if you want to check out the God of War Collector's Edition, I've got a great deal on that for you guys. Over at Best Buy, they've got the Collector's Edition off $50, and it is down to $59.99. Remember that GCU will stack with this, and you end up getting the Collector's Edition for just $48 if you have GCU. Now, what do you get on top of the base game? Well, you do get a pretty cool steelbook case, a Brothers Carvings, exclusive lithograph, a cloth map, but most importantly, you get a Kratos and Atreus statue. The statue looks pretty awesome, and considering that it's nearly 50% off, this is a great deal for the God of War Collector's Edition. I know the base game at this point can be readily found for around $30 to $40, but just paying a little bit more and getting some extra goodies on top of the God of War purchase. Maybe you picked up the base game back in April of this year, you enjoyed it so much that you just want the Collector's Edition as a collector's item. Well, this is a really good price for that. We'll leave a link to that in the description box as well. Wanted to give that a mention. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, it looks like Ace Combat 7 will offer a 50-hour experience if you're looking for a 100% completion. Firewall 0 Hour is getting some brand new content tomorrow. Media Molecule is gonna do a dream stream tomorrow. Hopefully we finally get some information on that beta. Maybe it even drops tomorrow. GameStat.com has got some pretty interesting numbers about PS4 gamers playing a variety of different titles. Pillars of Eternity 2 is still coming to the PlayStation 4. It'll drop sometime in 2019, and that deal on God of War Collector's Edition is fantastic. Check it out. Link link in the description box below. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.